lemon meringue pie.
Very special, but I never get it right for some extraordinary reason.
Well, I hope you will after today. Lemon meringue pie, I think, is one of the classic English dishes, and it's easy to do, but it takes time. Now, I've made this flan case. You could have made it 3 days in advance if you want to, and just warm it up before you put the filling in. It's short crust pastry. You need a packet of, if you're using bought short crust, 13-ounce packet. If not, you can make it yourself. If you're making it yourself, make sure not to add too much water to the pastry, because that's what makes it shrink. And this one hasn't shrunk hardly at all.
And this is baked blind, isn't it?
That's right. You roll out the pastry and then prick the base. You can still see the fork marks in the bottom of the pastry here. And then you put a piece of foil in like that and press the edges in. Push it out to the edges.
Does that
bake
stop it
blind.
shrinking in if you push it right
That's
out?
right.
to the
Otherwise, it
edges?
would slip in quite easily.
Just as a matter of interest, can you freeze pastry cases or not?
Yes, beautifully. Cooked or uncooked, as you prefer. And so that's all ready for the filling now. When you bake it blind, bake it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, number 6, for 15 minutes, and then pull out this and dry it out for a further 10. So now to the filling. Can I get you on boiling a half pint of water?
Yes.
If you just bring it to the boil and give it to me when it comes off.
Yep.
And the filling is a thick sort of lemon sauce, and the method for doing it is a bit like making custard. In the bowl I've got 1.5 ounces of corn flour and the grated rind of 2 lemons. I'm now going to add the juice of 2 lemons, and also I put a little bit of water from the half a pint in with the lemon, because you just need it to mix.
Get it into a smooth paste.
So here we are. This is just like making custard. I haven't added the sugar at this stage. And you make a nice thick sauce, and that goes in underneath the meringue.
Oh, but it's not quite boiling the water yet, but that is smooth, so...
No, it's nice and smooth. I'm pressing at the bottom. If I could just have the pan here.
Just boiling.
Lovely. So again, just like custard, except this is water. Pour the boiling water onto the blended corn flour, lemon and lemon rind. Back into the pan. And bring it to the boil, stirring all the time. And I've got a wooden spoon here.
I'll do that then. Shall
Chief stirrer. Pot stirrer.
I always am, you know, chief stirrer.
And then to sweeten the lemon sauce, you need 3 ounces of sugar and the 3 egg yolks. And then the egg whites will whisk up ready for the meringue. So I'm blending that together, the sugar and the 3 egg yolks. 3 and 3.
And it's beginning to look that sort of clear look about it, like...
No lumps, no lumps.
No, there won't be.
Jolly good.
Of course there won't be.
Well, there's no need for lumps in sauces. As long as you give them a jolly good beating, they become smooth. And should you get a lumpy sauce and you really think it's beyond hope, get out a wire whisk and it'll become smooth. It's only a matter of elbow grease.
Now and then I've had to resort to the sieve to get things out, and that's terrible, isn't it?
As long as you've got plenty
There
of
you are.
sieves, that's just beautiful. Let's add these. You keep stirring.
Okay.
That's the sugar and egg yolks. And that's that.
That's a nice Easter colour too, isn't it? There we are.
That's smooth. Lovely. Now, shall I take over? Otherwise,
I don't
you'll
want
be the
to
cook.
let you, yes. That'll never be
Fine.
the day.
Now, that's a nice, thick consistency, just as it should be. I couldn't have done better myself. There we are. Into the baked flan case. Now, if you've done it several days in advance, you would just warm the flan case.
Oh, would you?
Yes.
Needs to be just slightly warm then. Why is
And
that?
this is an 8-inch flan case.
Is it more receptive to the goo if it's warm?
Yes, the wet, the sauce, could go into the pastry if it wasn't slightly warm. There we are. And then to the meringue. Are you a good meringue maker, Judith?
And the worst in the world, I should think. I sound I'm like it makes it
You're
sound
not
as
a liar.
I am. I cannot get them crisply white, and if I put them on, they sort of go yuckety when I get them out of the oven.
Well, 3 egg whites into the bowl. Now, you could be doing this by hand if you wanted to. And you put it into the bowl, whether by hand or by machine, and whisk it until it's cloud-like. Now, I won't be doing this And then when it looks like sort of fluffy cloud, you then add the sugar gradually, little by little, a teaspoonful at a time.
This must be the secret, I should think.
Yes, a little by little. Now, I'm not going to stay there several minutes doing it because we've moved on. So I've got some already made.
Just to go back though, you can do it on maximum speed, and it could take as long as 10-15 minutes by the electric mixer to
Yes,
get
it
as
could.
much as you want.
It could indeed.
Stiff as you want, like this. This is lovely and stiff.
And you must cover it right to the edge. The secret is, you know, whipping the sugar in well. There we are. Right to the edges. And then it wants to be baked at 325, gas number 3, until it's a nice crisp brown. This will take 30 minutes.
And getting it right to the edge is very important, isn't it?
Very important. There we are.
Because the air doesn't get in underneath or something?
That's right. If the air gets in underneath, you'll find that it will begin to weep and juice will come out. So I'm going to bake that at 325.
Good. We'll have a look at it in the second half of the programme.
Yeah.